The Iowa Organic Association, with funding from the North Central SARE program, developed the Growing Organic Expertise in Iowa Organic Inspection video series to provide examples about the different aspects of the organic inspection process. Organic inspections play a vital role to ensure organic integrity and consumer trust in the USDA Organic seal. What is organic? Organic is a labeling term that indicates that the food or other agricultural product has been produced through methods approved by the USDA National Organic Program. These methods integrate cultural, biological, and mechanical practices that foster cycling of resources, promote ecological balance, and conserve biodiversity. Synthetic chemicals and GMOs are prohibited. All USDA certified organic operations are inspected on an annual basis to ensure production and processes follow the NOP regulations. The following episode of Organic Crops Management demonstrates the National Organic Program's requirements for reviewing each production unit, facility, and site where an operation produces or handles organic products.
We have 17 acres now. I'm transitioning as a farmer. We've been doing this for 45 years, and so I'm growing plants for people to start gardens. Rather than growing the food for people, I'm starting plants so people can grow their own food. Starting early with spinach and lettuces and the greens in the spring, going into green beans and tomatoes and peppers and that, and then going into the fall with broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower.
The inspector will ask to see areas and review records that relate to your organic crop production system. Some examples of the types of records that need to be available for review at inspection include list of crops, field history, field activity log, input purchases, sources, and application, seeds and planting stock used, soil and pest management activities, production capacity of the land, harvest management, machines used, storage capacity, and sales receipts, and shipping and labeling methods. You can make your inspection easier and more efficient by preparing all of your records before the inspector arrives.
Now, Denise, at this point in the tour, I want you to lead the tour.
Okay.
And I need a couple sentences of each patch here, and
okay.
we'll start with what's going on right here.
Right here,
But
okay.
you're the lead now.
Okay, so on our records we have, it's called WHT and EHT. So WHT
Those are your field numbers.
West High Tunnel, and this is the EWT, which is the East High Tunnel. So this tunnel is special in that it's on wheels, and we move it twice a year.
Can we look a little closer at that?
Yep.
Let's just
And
keep,
right
we
now,
can keep moving.
Right now, we've just planted, before the rains happened, we just planted Japanese millet in here for our cover crop. So, well, it's going to be, some of these little seeds in here. But the Japanese millet is going to be the cover crop, and it's covering, we're going a little bit different than what we used to do, and
with cover crop
with cover crops. So we left the tunnel. We usually move the tunnel down here for the summertime, and we've left it there this time, and so that we could put a cover crop here for the whole year. Mm-hmm. So that and that works with our business plan now that we have, and so the crops that are in that side now. I do have some cover crops in here, and I have some vegetable crops. Okay, so in this then, Jack, we have the carrots, and I planted these. I've got the planting date in my little book. And then we have crimson clover here for the high tunnel, or for that. And then I've got flowers planted, then I've got the peppers and the brassicas. And then on the very far, we have the tomatoes, and I planted the tomatoes in a cover crop. I planted them in white clover. And it's an experiment that I'm not sure is the best. I don't know that they're thriving.
What I like here is not bare ground.
Not bare ground.
And
Yeah.
but the question here, and this is an experiment,
Yeah.
is how far back do you have to weed the base of the plant so the clover isn't totally competitive?
Yeah.
The benefit is that there's no bare ground.
Like here's bare ground in between the
And
pepper
so the balance of this row is being well taken care of for the future. But is what we're trying to find here is how big an area has to be detailed weeded at the base of the plant for the tomatoes to grow properly. And so that's what, and this stuff will continue to regrow.
Mm-hmm.
And if this works out ideally, Denise won't be able to keep up with it. The clover will move right back in, but the tomatoes will still thrive.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. So she can get soil improvement at the same time she grows a crop. So this is a very noble experiment.
The row crops we raise on this farm are corn and soybeans. Organic farming is full of challenges, and if you're not careful, they can get you down and make you frustrated. But I have found that living in the Midwest with all this great arable land we have, farmers are tempted to grow a lot of grain and to work the land to a level of intensity that I think is just a notch too far. And that sets an economic threshold that whether or not you like it, you're going to be held to. Then of course you have to compare that against the challenge of controlling weeds. Controlling weeds is one of the biggest challenges we face, and finding a way to differentiate the crops you're growing on your land so that you aren't beholden at every season to spring annual seeded row crops. And that sounds easy, right? Just plant some hay and pasture, but I don't happen to raise cattle. We raise pigs, and we have therefore sought out other crops to grow for a long time as companions or alternatives to corn and soybeans.
For more information about USDA NOP organic standards and guidelines, visit usda.gov/organic. The Iowa Organic Association is a nonprofit organization committed to advancing organic agriculture and food systems in Iowa through education, outreach, advocacy, and community cooperation. For more information about IOA, visit www.iowaorganic.org.